Welcome to Koh Siboya. In this video we are going to show you a bit more of this island. We're going to show you where you can stay when you come here. We're going to show you what the beaches are like, what the food is like, and more importantly what is there to do on this island. Stay tuned for all that. I did a lot of research when it came to deciding which Thai islands we were going to visit on this trip. I wanted to visit some new places. I've been to Thailand a couple of times in the past, so I wanted to visit islands that I hadn't been to before. And we were both quite kind of on the same page that we didn't really want to go to islands that were very touristy. Just for us, that doesn't really appeal. So we chose 3. We could have done more in the time that we've had, but we didn't want to be rushing. You know, you can definitely visit these islands and just stay for 2 or 3 nights, but for us, we just kind of really wanted to go and experience each island and have a good amount of time to actually explore, but also relax a bit too. So obviously the 3 islands that we picked were Koh Koh Jum and this island, Koh Siboya. Koh and Koh Jum you can see in previous videos, so have a look at them if you haven't. But with Koh Siboya, I knew that this one was going to be the most chill out of all 3. And that's exactly what we wanted for this last stop on our Thai island experience. It's not going to be for everyone, this island, because it really is like being on a Robinson Crusoe island. There is really not a lot here at all. There's 2 places you can stay. There isn't really a centre as such. There is a little village, but it's quite far away. I think you can maybe get a moped, but I'm not entirely sure. It's not like the other islands where there's loads of mopeds for rent or anything. So when you're here, you really are just here at the place you're staying. So it's definitely for people that are just wanting real relaxation, real peace and quiet, real chill out. And actually it kind of reminds me of what Thailand maybe used to be like many years ago. So if that is what you're looking for, then this island should definitely be on your list of considerations to visit. So, as far as I'm aware, there's 3 different types of choices you've got for accommodation when you come to stay here. We ended up going with Han's Bungalow, that's the name of what it's called, and that one actually has a fridge, and it's the most spacious one, I believe, out of all the ones they offer. So for that reason it is the most expensive. It's 800 baht a night, which works out at just under £20 a night, but it does have a fridge, which is quite handy. It doesn't have air conditioning, which we were at first a little bit concerned about. It does have a fan though, but to be honest with you, especially at the moment, when kind of afternoon arrives, a really nice breeze comes like all around the resort and from the sea, and because the Han's Bungalows are right at the front, they get a really nice bit of air coming through. So actually we haven't really needed the air conditioning, so that hasn't been an issue for us, and we just preferred to spend a little bit extra and get a little bit more space and also have that really lovely view right out onto the beach. So I'm guessing that these ones behind me are the Thai style bungalows. So these ones don't have air conditioning. I think they've got a fan inside. They are quite compact, but they look fairly nice. And these ones are 500 baht a night, so quite a bit cheaper than what we paid. Probably about £12 a night, so really good value. So you can book through booking.com or direct with the the place, Siboya Bungalows, but I found it wasn't very clear from the website or booking.com exactly how the rooms looked, so hopefully this video is going to help you to just see the differences between them all. The grounds of this place, it's really well manicured, and as soon as you walk in you just feel like you're stepping into a bit of an oasis. It feels calm, it feels peaceful, and it feels well looked after and clean, which is definitely one of our kind of things that's important to us. So your third option is the bamboo hut with air conditioning, and this is actually what we originally booked. So when we got here we came and we actually had a look inside, but we decided that actually this was the same price as the Han hut that we are in, and we figured, you know what, we can do without the air conditioning and we'd rather actually have the extra space, so that's why we went for that one. But if you do want to have air conditioning, then this is the hut that you'll be looking at staying in, and this is also, at the moment, at time of doing this video, March 2023, this one is also priced at 800 baht, the same as what we're paying for the Han hut. So I'm guessing that these are more of the Thai style bungalows with fans, because these ones don't have air conditioning, so I'm guessing that these ones are the 500 baht a night ones too. And they're right down by the water as well, so a nice little view there. So just be aware if you're coming here that you're not going to be able to go swimming all day every day at this beach. When the tide is in, you are able to obviously go swimming, and while we're here that's kind of first thing in the morning, well, morning to kind of like early afternoon. But there are quite a few rocks near the resort, so you do have to be really careful, but it is possible to go swimming or to just walk a couple of minutes up the beach and find a place where there aren't so many rocks. But to be honest, even later in the day when the tide is really far out, you can still go into the water. It's just that it's not going to be very deep because it is very shallow around this island, so yeah, it's not the best for swimming, but don't let that put you off because it's still a beautiful place to be. This is the first time I've actually been swimming in this little area of beach, and at this time of day, but it's really hot, so I fancy just a little cooling off. I don't think it's going to be very deep though, so it'll probably just be more of a kind of paddle around, but that's fine. It's a pretty cool backdrop. I've never been in the sea when there's been like trees and everything behind me. It's quite bizarre. We'll pop on the screen now what this actually looks like when the tide's out, and you'll be able to see how different it is.
Let's talk about the food, because really it's all about the food. There's a wide and varied menu. It's really tasty, it's really reasonable. You can get your kind of coffee, tea, soft drinks, you can get beers, you can get everything from salads to western food, omelettes, roti, Thai dishes, French fries, ice cream, loads of stuff.
So someone recommended that I should try the eggplant salad, so I'm having that for lunch today, and oh my god, I can't even begin to describe how amazing this is. The taste, the flavours, the delicateness of it. That's a rubbish word. But honestly, it's out of this world. It might actually be one of my top favourite things I've eaten on this trip so far. It's mind-blowing.
We've kind of tried to pick something different every day. The rice chicken soup is beautiful. The Penang curry, beautiful, quite spicy. The pad thai, amazing. They do like a muesli with kind of cornflakes, obviously muesli, yogurt, honey. They do that in the morning. The coffee's really nice. The staff, I have to say, are excellent. Really attentive, really friendly. I mean, it's great. We just walk 50 yards and you're there, and they're open from 8 o'clock in the morning till 8:30 at night.
On last week's video, we were on the island of Koh Jum, and we climbed Mount Koh Poo in that video, and from the very top of that we could see this island, Koh Siboya, and at the very end of Koh Siboya, the very bottom, we could see that there was a sandbank, a little sandbank, and there was like a tree at the end, and it looked really cool. So today we've decided to have a walk along the stretch of beach and try and make it right down to the very end of the island, walking down the coastline, I have no idea how long it's going to take, but the good thing is that the sand is really nice and hard here, so it makes walking really easy. Well, we've made it to the very bottom, or top I guess, depending on what way you're looking at it, of the island. The water here is so calm, it's so still, it's almost like glass. And we've made it down to the little sandbar with the little small island at the bottom, so we're going to go and explore.
Romana's been exploring the sea and I've been exploring that wee island with all the crabs, because I don't go out far in the water because I always think something's going to eat me, so I stick to sort of like baby pool kind of depth, 1 or 2 feet. That does me.
You don't know what you're missing.
The Wi-Fi, all in all, is pretty good. You can only really get it in the restaurant area. It stretches maybe 20-30 yards. If your room's close to where the restaurant is, ideal. If not, then get a Thai SIM and you can tether it to your phone. Or, how about not bothering about Wi-Fi? They've got a lovely big library there, loads of books, albeit a lot of them are in German. But if you want to learn German, it's perfect. No, maybe just use this place as a bit of a detox, a bit of a kind of tech detox. I haven't really done that, but I can imagine coming here and doing that.
Yeah, we had all these great ideas before we came of, let's just not be on our phones, let's just kind of be at one with nature, which, to be fair, we have. But we haven't quite done the whole digital detox like we really wanted to. But do you know what? What we did do was like just downloaded some stuff from Netflix, and that's actually been quite nice at night time, because you know it gets dark. Well, sun goes down about 6:30, and then by the time you've had your meal, you're kind of done by 8:30. So I have been doing a bit of reading too, but it's been nice to just have something to watch every night as well. That's quite nice. And yeah, just reading books, and I probably haven't been on my phone as much as I would normally be, so that's good. No, in fact, I definitely haven't been. So yeah, it is the perfect place to just switch off. So there's a couple of ways that you can get to this island. The easiest and cheapest way probably, well no, maybe not the easiest, but the cheapest way is to come from Krabi. So from Krabi, you're going to get a Song Hyo, I think that's how you pronounce it. You're going to get one of those to the pier. I'm going to put the name of the pier on the screen because I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. And I think they're fairly cheap. We'll put the price on the screen as well of those. And then from the pier, it's just a short, long tail boat ride over to the island. And I think the cost of that is about 150 baht each. I think it only takes about 20 minutes. And I think the Songhyu from Krabi is about 40 minutes. So really it's not actually that far from Krabi. Your other option is to come from Koh Jum, which is what we did, because we wanted to spend a few nights on Koh Jum. And from there you can get a private kind of long tail boat, not a local, like it's not like a regular crossing, like the one from the pier to Koh Siboya is. You would have to actually ask someone to bring you, and that is more expensive. That is 1,000 baht, so I guess that is like just over £20, and it takes about half an hour. The islands are very close to each other. We decided to do that option because we just couldn't be bothered going back to the mainland and then coming back over to Koh Siboya, but that's the other option, and it's obviously quite a bit cheaper. So since being here, all we've pretty much done is walked along the beach and relaxed, because that's what you do when you come to a place like this. But today we decided that we would go for a little walk in inland. We're going to stick to the roads, but I think there's a couple little villages we can visit. And the good thing is that it's overcast for now. I'm hoping it stays that way, so it means that it's not too hot yet. So this is a very local island, so hopefully we'll be able to show you some snapshots of island life. I'm really enjoying this walk. It's so nice just walking past all the houses, seeing all the cows. It's really hot though, it's very, very humid. But what's also lovely is that everyone's so smiley and friendly, and they wave or they give you a big smile, and it's just really nice. Behind me is a cafe that had really good reviews on Google, and we were hoping it might be open, but sadly because it's Ramadan it's not. So no cool drink for us, but if you're here out with Ramadan, I think it's definitely worth checking that little cafe out because it looks really nice. Well, we're very sad. We've come to the end of our time at Siboya Bungalows. It's time to head back to the mainland, back to reality, back to the hustle and bustle of everyday life and lots of people, which we haven't had for the last few days. We've really loved our time here. They actually offer massages here too, which we never even did, but that's something else you can do when you're here if you want to have a bit of relaxation. Highly, highly recommend this place. Really great value for money, and just if you're maybe like just wanting some time out, maybe you're a writer and you just want like a place to go to write your book or be creative, this is the place.
It's a kind of magical place, and I never say this, but I would come back here.
If you've been to any islands in Thailand similar to this one that are really kind of not touristy at all, please let us know in the comments below. We won't have time for this trip now because we're now off to Cambodia, but definitely in the future we're all about finding these little not so well known islands, and hopefully this vlog isn't going to kind of massively change that. But yeah, let us know in the comments below where you like to go, which Thai islands you love.
72
You're
years.
72.
22 years.
Good head of hair.
Ah,
Your hair's amazing.
before black, now white.
What's your name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Ewan. Good to meet you. 72. Wow.
72.
Wow. I'm jealous of your hair.
White.